Hey guys, Zach here with MultiPartsStore.com. I wanted to take a second today to answer some questions that we've had about our titanium pick tools. If you haven't seen these are available in two sizes, the slim and the slim is on the right and the standard's on the left. The difference being that the standard has this lanyard ring available and the slim is slimmer. They're both made of grade 5 titanium. They're 1 millimeter thick. And they're suitable for light duty, scraping and poking and general purpose use like that. We don't recommend them for anything too heavy duty. One feature we have, if I can steal the bit extender from my Leatherman assembly tool, this hex available in the standard pick is compatible with Leatherman's two-dimensional hex bits. That's designed to give you a little bit better leverage on your pick if you need to poke a hole in something, or you can kind of start a hole in like balsa or pine if you need to get a hole poked into something like that. Of course, you could also use it on fabrics and all sorts of other things, but that'll give you a better leverage on the pick. It also, when it's installed in the tool, will give you access to a lanyard ring. So you can put, your paracord lanyard or something like that on here, and that lanyard would then be removable. As you just saw, it goes in and out of the Leatherman Charge TTI. It's also compatible with any other of the Charge series, compatible with the Leatherman Surge, and also compatible with the Leatherman Wave, which I just don't happen to have here at this time, but it's compatible with all of those, and that's both the slim and the standard. And the standard will stick out on all of them, and the slim will tuck away a little bit neater. Now, on the slim, you will sometimes need to wiggle it a little bit to get it out, get a better purchase on it. You will also see that the little thumb tab, which just gives you just enough to grab onto. Some people have found that it does give a bit of a hot spot. On the Surge, I think it's less of a problem. I wear size large gloves, and it doesn't impact my hand at all, even in either grip. On a smaller tool, you may see a little bit more of a hot spot there. But that's not present on the standard tool. Another thing that we get asked about or have had some questions about is installation and removal procedure. So there's a couple of things. Basically, all you need to do is locate the open slot on the end of your tool. You'll see that there's one on the bottom right of both of these tools. They are directly opposite the built-in lanyard ring. And what you will do is make sure to press the lock bar, the tool lock bar, in, and then you can slide the tool in. On this particular Surge model or Charge model, and it does vary occasionally just because of manufacturing tolerances, I can get this a little bit jammed up. What sometimes is happening is that the tip of this tool, as it slides in, is riding along the edge of the file, and that's just because it's kind of coming in at a bit of an angle. So first, I would recommend making sure that you kind of press it in the other direction as you go in, and if that still doesn't work, you can just pull the file out ever so slightly, and then that should wiggle right in, and you heard that lock snap down into place. That will keep this tool in place. It won't interfere with the functionality of the interlock, and it still works that way, and it shouldn't fall out when you're changing your tools or unlocking the inner tools. To remove it, you just simply press that lock in again and pull out. One thing we've seen happening is people wanting to get this tool out, and they will take their bit extender and stick it in there and yank without pressing that lock. We don't recommend that. You can break this. It is only 1 millimeter thick, just due to the limitations of the space available. So not for heavy duty use. And also, if you put all your force into it, you can break it. Let us know if you have an issue. We can make some recommendations in that case. Another, I don't want to call these common, because we've had about 4 or 6 issues in all the time we've been selling these. But let me find a Torx wrench here. If this is not getting caught, but is just difficult to slide in and out, we do recommend backing off this screw with a T10, a Security Torx 10 wrench, and let us know if you have that issue. That's only come up, I think, twice, where it was just the pivot being a little over-tightened from the factory, or what we would consider over-tightened, and therefore it was pinching on the tool a little more than usual. But it should slide in and out. You should not have those kinds of issues. Again, unless you're catching something, I mean, that, like you saw, just slid in and out. Unless you're catching something, or like I can feel it catching there, and that is just the file. And that tends to happen more on the smaller tools than the larger tools. Might be something we're going to look into. Hopefully we can fix that in a version 2, but it's such a minor issue that we don't think it'll affect most users. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? So we've talked about the difference between the slim and the standard. We've talked about how to install them and remove them. They, again, are compatible with the three of this style of tool: the charge, the surge, and the wave. And the wave, it'll look just the same. I guess it's worth mentioning there is a little bit more tolerance in the surge. We wanted these to be as tight a tolerance as possible, which is why sometimes you run into these catching. But I prefer it to be rock solid in the tool than to be rocking around too much. It will rock around a little bit more in the surge just because there's more space for it to do so, but definitely less wiggle room on the smaller tools, the charge and the wave. I think the last thing that we didn't mention so far was whether this is compatible while you have a Leatherman pocket clip installed. And if you'll bear with me while I locate the Leatherman pocket clip that I have sitting on my bench somewhere. It's in one of these drawers. There, no, oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so you may be familiar with the pocket clip that Leatherman sells that uses this slot in order to clip into place. This pick tool will not get out of the box with any of these three tools. You can't use both at the same time because they utilize that same slot and that same lock to work. However, every one of these tools also has a built-in lanyard ring. So if I open up, it's the scissors on the charge, or on the surge, excuse me. I've been mixing those up all day. I hope I have corrected myself anytime I have in this video, but alas. So if I'm using the pick tool right now, just to get in there and push that out. Here is the built-in lanyard ring for the surge. If you want to use both the pocket clip and our pick tool, the way to do that is, if I slip this, okay, the clip's in on the open slot. What I would recommend doing, well, I can't recommend it because it will potentially void your warranty, but if you choose to do so, you can remove this screw right next to the lanyard ring and remove the end cap and pull the lanyard ring out, put it back together, and that will leave you with another identical slot. And then you can use either, if you want the lanyard ring still, you can use our standard tool. This will slip in here, and you'll have both the pocket clip and the pick tool. Or, of course, you can use the slim tool in there, and you'll just lose access to a lanyard ring. I hope that makes sense. I hope this answers some of your questions. I hope you guys enjoy the pick tools. If you have any more questions, anything I didn't answer, please feel free to reach out to me at zach@multipartsstore.com. That's ZACH at multipartsstore.com. And we'll hope to see you in the next one.